Alright, so this is kind of like the new start of a series that I want to try out, where I basically just go over like the fundamentals of trapping and what certain traps do and like what they're good at, what they're bad at, things to watch out for. Um, Also, apologies if my voice sounds a bit weird. I like just got out of bed and I just wanted to record something real quick. But yeah, anyways, so I figured out like the best like thing to do to talk about right now is the broadsides, right? And reason being is because, um, well, first of all, it's like it's the beginning of the new season in Save the World right now, season 30. It's a Scurvy Shoals, so I figured it was pretty thematic to start off with the pirate cannonball trap, right? So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, so what the broadside is, it's a wall trap, and it's probably one of the best wall traps in the game for just doing like just raw damage, right? These are my perks, just really quick. Damage, reload, crit rate, and crit damage, and heals attached. It's only locked to physical too, by the way, so keep that in mind. You definitely want at least one reload perk because there's a pretty hefty reload time. It's like 12 seconds, something ridiculous like that, and 12 seconds is just not going to cut it for like a defense, right? So keep that in mind. And crit rate and crit damage, because that's just like the best way to spec damage in this game, truthfully, right? And then we have the just a regular damage perk, just to so that I think you can do double crit damage, but then you lose out on like a lot of base damage. So like this just like fleshes out really nicely. And I have heals attached here because I kind of like having it against exploding death bomb missions to heal the wall over time. You can go for increased building health, but that's just what I like. So yeah. But anyways, broadside actual mechanics. So the actual broadside can actually target up to uh, 3 tiles, right? So yeah, so it can actually target husks like up to here, right? I actually didn't know that until I like touched up on it recently before I like started making the video, right? So that's pretty cool. But it's kind of also a bit awkward because the broadside is a trap where you don't really want to just like have it just like be like shooting into thin air like this, right? Like picture this is like a shelter mission, right? And this is like one wall of the shelter. Uh, and like you might see your teammates like put like broadsides against the wall like that, and it's just not optimal, right? Like in lower power level zones, you can probably get away with it just because like the husks are not like too bad, right? But once you start reaching like end game or like the end of Candy Valley or like just starting Twine Peaks, then like yeah, you're gonna notice a lot less effectiveness in the damage if you just place your broadsides like this, right? Shooting into thin air, right? So it's not optimal, and it's probably a bad habit that you should like start trying to get rid of early on. However, right, you can have them like this. I think having them like two like this, but only against the. Okay, actually, this I'm going a bit too fast here. So ideally, I'll tell you in broadside in ideal conditions. Ideally, the broadside is placed in like 1 by 1 tunnels like this, right, where you just have them looking at each other like this. Reason being is because of physics, right? This game has its own little set of physics, right, that actually makes traps work. The tire trap or the drop trap is another example where the higher it's placed, up to 3 tiles high, the more damage and more bounces you'll get out of the tires that are going to be dropping onto the ground and stuff like that, right? So that's a topic for a different video, but for this video, the broadsides shoot cannonballs, right? And the cannonballs, they bounce, okay? They bounce between the walls like this. I like science a lot, so I kind of think of it as like a trapped gas, where it's like, there's like a lot of pressure in here, right? And then if there's like more like space here, right? Then it's less pressure that's like in the actual area, right? So like because there's is like more open space here, that means the cannonballs are a bit less effective than um, what they would be if the place was like more enclosed. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's like kind of like my scientific analysis about it. So yeah. Um, Ideally, you want to have it like this, like have like a tunnel set up like this, and it should be pretty good. Also, having it like this is not terrible either. You can have broadsides that are 2 apart, and it's actually not bad. It's not bad. Like I said, the broadsides can target up to 3 tiles away, so any husk that walks in like the middle of this, right, can get targeted by both broadsides, and they're actually not terrible. I use a couple traps tunnels where, something like this, just a bunch of freeze traps, like a 2 by whatever freeze traps, and then broadsides here, and it works good. It's not bad. But what you really never really want to do is have them out like is never have them like like more than two apart. Like this is ideal, right? This is okay, right? It's fine. And then once you start getting over here, then yeah, this is just not viable. Or yeah, it's not really what you should be looking for. So yeah, I think I will just hop into a mission and give me some either live commentary or post commentary. I'll see how I feel. Yeah, so I'm in a mission now. I pretty much did all the building. What I tried to do here, I tried to set up uh, lots of tunnels. Thankfully, the storm wasn't said it wasn't going to be changing throughout this mission, so I pretty much set up these three tunnels here where they're going to be spawning from. Just show you guys and just lather them up with Broadside. So what I really wanted to do was showcase the trap in like its like ideal conditions, and the ideal conditions for me personally are like these two tunnels right here, the one here to my left and the one down the middle here. Because the Broadside really works well in these tunnels where they're just like these long straight tunnels where they're just able to just keep walking through the husks and just shoot a bunch. I do have this zigzag tunnel here as well. This is a good tunnel too. That showcases Broadsides from being able to use two tiles apart, right? Because you see the cannonballs shoot, right? And then see they just shoot all across the stuff here, and I got some wall launchers here to like recycle them too to push them back. The husk when they come through. But yeah, this is just standard trap tunneling. So this is a blaster. Yeah, he'll die eventually when the broadsides shoot it. Yeah, so upgrade this. Smashers. This is a nature mission, so I made sure to bring my black drum to take care of any smashers quickly. This thing about smashers, by the way, if you're like a new player watching this, smashers are just like really hard to kill. You know, it doesn't matter what power level you are. The amount of traps it's gonna take to just solo a smasher is kind of unholy unless you're doing endurance or whatever, and then you just boop them into like a death pit, right? Which is completely fair. As you can see, like I don't even have any traps around my base. I'm just relying purely on my tunnels here to defend and stuff. So yeah, it was a pretty good spawn to showcase this, which I'm thankful for. And yeah, this is just me showcasing the broadsides as much as I can. I guess some tips I can also say real quick that are like outside of the mission is to also remember that this is a nature season that we're in right now that just started, so you're definitely going to want to stock up on your fire weapons so that you can kill these nature husks as fast as possible, for sure. Also, I heard a flinger. Was it over here or? Excuse me. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's one there. He's just bugged or something. Okay, but there is one right here that's gonna be really annoying. Oh, did he go into the tunnel? Oh, genius. Okay. Here are these guys. I hear more flingers. I just can't like pinpoint where they're coming from. Am I going deaf? Okay, no, I'm fine. But yeah, I mean like this mission has really been just really pretty simple so far because of the. Okay, so there's one over here. Good to know. Yeah, this mission has been rather simple because of these broadside tunnels that I set up, which is really nice. I mean, the only thing I'm actively doing on the map right now is just taking care of these flinger husks. I guess I shouldn't have built in metal there. Yeah, that's probably oopsie on my part, but it's all good. Smashers. Oh, we just got obliterated by the by the black drone. Okay. And this taker. Oh my god, he actually. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, see, because there was a tar pit there, and I thought the taker would get sunlight, but then I realized, oh yeah, it freaking flies. So I don't know why I thought it could survive that. But as you can see, the only thing I'm really worrying about here is smashers. Everything else is just kind of getting clobbered by the traps, which is great. Yeah. I guess briefly I should go over the tunnel. Yeah, so this is like a zigzag tunnel where I put a sound wall here to make any exploder husks drop their propane tanks, and then freeze traps here with double broadsides to destroy whatever walks in that spot for sure. And then a bunch of gas traps as well. Gas traps are a really good complementary trap with the freeze and the broadside because they're just all about just obliterating one specific zone. over time, right? You know, and here I have some electric fields as well on this tunnel. This tunnel is I, I pretty much just made it because it's like this is the tunnel I like to make if you like just want to be fancy or just not worry about propanes because Sploder Husk have this caveat where whenever they reach below half HP or less, they just will automatically self-destruct their propane tank in the tunnel. And if the ceiling electric field has some reinforcements like around it and stuff, like this wall over here or whatever, or like something like that to keep it afloat, then the electric fields actually won't get um, blown up by the propane tank, which is really useful. So yeah, this tunnel also I can like modify it a bit more by putting some little like corner slabs there to make sure that like nothing gets through. Here we have the mini boss. The mini boss should be able just to take care of this thing with enough black drum hits for sure. Oh, I don't know what I'm aiming at. But yeah, so far, as you can tell, the mission has been pretty quiet just because like the husks have just been getting completely ran through by my trap tunnels there. You haven't seen all the damage numbers that were appearing on my screen. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Once again, the broadsides are 2 apart in this tunnel. Here, zigzag, the cannonballs are still bouncing pretty good and getting some good value. The wall launchers keep pushing them back so that they can get hit by more cannonballs and more gas, right? And I do see some propanes here, so now I have to. Okay, I think I have to dial in a little bit, yeah, because this propane there, right? If he didn't get frozen by this freeze trap, then he would have self-destructed that tunnel. And the reason why I put the sound wall there, I don't know if I explained it earlier, the sound wall actually makes the Sploder Husk drop their propane tank. This guy might do it. Okay, well, he was going to do it if he didn't get frozen there, but if that propane was able to just walk through the traps and be like half HP and not get frozen or killed by me, then he would have probably blown up the tunnel. Well, he was throwing it at, he was going to throw it at me, but just like in general, if I wasn't in front of him there. So I hear more flingers, I gotta take care of that, but yeah, one of these tunnels might get blown up unless I just did a really good job at putting freeze traps so that they are frozen even when they try to blow up the tunnel. And one more flinger we can take care of. Cool. So yeah, I think I can just chill for a bit for the rest of the mission. Not chill too hard. Actually want to see how much damage it's gonna do. Okay, yeah, the tar pit took care of the smasher there. That's really good. Took care of the charge. See a flinger here. Take care of this guy. Cool. Another smasher over here. I'm actually gonna put the banner on the base here now just to give it the health increase for the rest of the mission, and I am gonna put the slow field in this one as well because I think a lot of them are coming in this angle. They're actually hitting that wall a little bit. But yeah, there's probably a flinger on the other side over there that I'll take care of. But yeah, I mean, like this, okay, that's a power level 254 smasher. That's elemental as well, and it came out of that tunnel with a third of its HP left, which is like really good. I guess they broke that a little bit. Didn't even notice that. But yeah, that was this mission. It was a pretty easy mission. I'm not really showcasing like how to take care of these missions. I just wanted to showcase like how I had to make sure I was recording. Yeah, I just wanted to showcase like how I like to use broadsides and like their ideal conditions. And as you can see, this is a 160 zone that I did by myself with some good trapping and some good spawn luck, of course. But yeah, that's to recap. Broadsides looking at each other for ideal conditions for sure in these long straight tunnels. You can also do a zigzag pattern like how we did in that tunnel right there, where they're shooting from 2 apart. That's also fine. Just always make sure to have a wall that they are looking against, right? And yeah, that's really about it. Just try to refrain from shooting broadside or placing broadsides where they're just shooting into thin air, right? Because you're going to lose a lot of DPS from doing that. So yeah. That's it for like this first like intro of the series. I don't really know how I'm gonna pursue doing this in the future, but just let me know. Just let me know, or maybe I might make some like bite-sized content or something. So yeah, let me know what you think. Use my code Stockings. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out. See you guys later. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.